Today we're taking a look at these WNBA matches, which are happening on Thursday, July 28, 2022, and giving you match breakdowns, betting tips and predictions in general on these games. Welcome back to High Stakes, let's get straight into it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to get notified as soon as we release these sport prediction videos, and if you would like more betting tips and predictions, then check out our Patreon in the link down below. Our new Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you. You can get 30 extra betting picks all the way up to 360 extra betting picks per month. Stop wasting hours of your time searching for bad betting picks that ends up costing you a lot of money. Join the High Stakes Patreon now and get the best betting picks. Going back to our video, we will give you 2 betting picks for each game, a team pick and a total pick based on facts and detailed explanation. So make sure to watch our videos till the end so you don't miss any of our picks. Minnesota Lynx vs Atlanta Dream. Our team pick is Minnesota Lynx. The Minnesota Lynx faced off with the Connecticut Sun and ended up losing by a score of 86-79 in their last game. Minnesota finished the contest with a 42.9% FG percentage, 30 out of 70, and converted 6 of their 13 shots from three-point land. At the free throw line, the Lynx converted 13 of 14 shots for a rate of 92.9%. In reference to getting rebounds, they earned 28 with 10 of them being of the offensive variety. They also doled out 18 dimes for the matchup while creating 18 turnovers and earning 7 steals. When discussing defending, Minnesota allowed the other team to go 46.3% from the floor on 31 out of 67 shooting. Connecticut recorded 13 dimes and had 10 steals in the matchup. On top of that, Connecticut snagged 40 rebounds, 13 offensive, 27 defensive, and added 2 blocks. Connecticut finished the game at 80.0% at the charity stripe by burying 16 of 20 shots. They also knocked down 8 out of their 20 attempts from distance. Minnesota heads into this matchup with a mark of 10-19 for the year. The Lynx are connecting on 33.7% on shots from downtown, 193 of 572, and 78.0% from the charity stripe. They average 82.6 points per game, 5th in the league, while going 44.5% from the field. They cough up possession 14.6 times per contest and as a team are committing 17.3 personal fouls on a nightly basis. As a team, Minnesota is collecting 37.5 rebounds per game and has earned 596 dimes on the season, which is 3rd in basketball in terms of passing the rock. On the defensive end, the Lynx have forced 11.9 turnovers per contest while drawing 18.1 fouls. They are ranked 11th in the WNBA in allowing assists to their opponents, with 623 surrendered this year. The Lynx defense is allowing an opponent FG percentage of 43.8%, 345 of 525, and they relinquish 32.6 rebounds per game as a unit. They are relinquishing 34.7% on shots from downtown, and they are ranked 7th in basketball in PPG allowed, 84.0. Atlanta has a win-loss mark of 12-16 for the campaign. The Dream are committing 20.1 fouls per game, and they connect on 76.7% from the charity stripe. They are assisting teammates 17.7 times per game, 12th in basketball, and they are losing possession via turnover 15.9 times per contest. Atlanta has accounted for 2,180 points on the campaign, 77.9 per game, and they pull in 36.1 rebounds per game. In terms of offensive execution, the Dream are hitting on 42.0% from the floor, which ranks them 11th in the league. The Dream on defense are ranked 5th in the league in points given up per game with 80.3. They are forcing 14.4 turnovers per game and have allowed teams to shoot 42.0% from the field, 1st in the league. The Atlanta defense gives up 33.7% on 3-point shots, 231 of 685, and their opponents are connecting on 77.4% of their free throw shots. They have conceded 19.1 dimes and 33.9 total rebounds per game, ranking them 3rd and 4th in the WNBA. Our total pick is under 165. For their last game, the Atlanta Dream took a loss by a score of 82-72 when they faced the Seattle Storm. The Dream earned 28 defensive boards and 17 offensive rebounds, totaling 45 in this matchup. They turned it over 10 times, while recording 5 steals in the matchup. The Storm committed 14 fouls in this game, which got the Dream to the free throw line for a total of 11 shots. They were able to bury 8 of the free throw tries for a percentage of 72.7%. When discussing 3-point attempts, Atlanta converted 6 out of 25 attempts, 24.0%. Overall, the Dream went 29 out of 84 from the field, which had them at 34.5%. The Dream allowed the Storm to bury 27 of their 63 tries from the field, which gave them a shooting percentage of 42.9% in this contest. They finished shooting 30.0% from behind the three-point line by going 9 out of 30 and finished the game at 19 out of 21 from the free throw line, 90.5%. When it comes to cleaning the glass, Atlanta permitted Seattle to grab 39 in total, 5 offensive. Tiffany Hayes ended up being a major contributor for the Dream for this contest. She converted 4 of 7 for this contest, giving her a field goal percentage of 57.1% and tallied 3 rebounds. Hayes earned 12 points in her 32 minutes on the hardwood and had 2 dimes in the matchup. Seattle Storm vs Connecticut Sunday. Our team pick is Connecticut Sun -3. And here is why. The Seattle Storm stepped onto the hardwood against the Atlanta Dream and notched a win by a score of 82-72 in their last game. Seattle walked away from the contest having earned a 42.9% FG percentage, 27 of 63, and buried 9 out of their 33-point shots. At the free throw line, the Storm made 19 of their 21 tries for a rate of 90.5%. In regard to hauling in rebounds, they collected 39 with 5 of them being of the offensive variety. They also distributed 20 assists in the matchup, in addition to forcing the opposition into 10 turnovers and earning 6 steals. In reference to defending, Seattle let their opponent shoot 34.5% from the field on 29 of 84 shooting. Atlanta recorded 17 dimes and had 5 steals for this contest. On top of that, Atlanta grabbed 45 rebounds, 17 offensive, 28 defensive, and earned 2 blocked shots. Atlanta went 72.7% at the free throw line by making 8 of 11 shots. They also made 6 out of their 25 tries from distance. Seattle heads into this game with a record of 18-10 on the campaign. They are averaging 80.5 points per outing, 8th in the league, while shooting 42.9% from the field. The Storm are shooting 34.9% on shots from beyond the arc, 250 of 716, and 82.5% from the free throw line. As a unit, Seattle is pulling in 33.6 boards per contest and has tallied 615 dimes so far this year, which has them ranked second in basketball in terms of passing the ball. They turn it over 12.9 times per game, and as a group they commit 15.3 personal fouls per contest. When they are on defense, the Storm are forcing their opponents into 15.1 turnovers per contest and they draw 16.8 fouls. The Storm defensively are allowing a shooting percentage of 42.4%, 423 of 470, and they concede 37.6 rebounds per game as a team. They rank 8th in basketball in giving up assists with 567 relinquished so far this season. They concede 31.8% on shots from distance, and they are second in the WNBA in points per game allowed, 76.3. Connecticut has a record of 19-9 this season. As an offense, the Sun are connecting on 46.1% from the field, which is ranked second in the WNBA. Connecticut has accounted for 2,373 PTS on the year, 84.8 per game, and they collect 36.2 rebounds per game. They are dishing out assists 20.6 times per game, 4th in the league, and they turn it over 14.2 times per game. The Sun commit 17.3 personal fouls per contest, while shooting 78.8% from the charity stripe. The Sun on the defensive end are ranked 3rd in the league in PPG given up with 77.8. They have relinquished 19.5 assists and 29.2 rebounds on a nightly basis, ranking them 4th and 1st in basketball. The Connecticut defense allows 32.3% on shots from distance, 202 of 625, and opponents are connecting on 80.1% of their free throw shots. They are able to force 15.3 twos per game and allow teams to shoot 43.5% from the field, 6th in the league. These are 2 of the better teams in the WNBA, but Connecticut is on fire as of late and will continue to roll on Thursday. Look for Connecticut to control this game on their home floor as they will extend their win streak against a good Seattle team. Take Connecticut Thursday at home to win and cover. Our total pick is over 160 points. Washington Mystics vs Dallas Wings. Our team pick is Washington Mystics -2. And here is why. The Washington Mystics faced off with the New York Liberty and went home with a win by a final score of 78-69 in their last game. Washington wrapped up the game having earned a 43.9% FG percentage, 29 out of 66, and made 5 of their 21 three-point shots. At the charity stripe, the Mystics converted 15 of their 18 tries for a rate of 83.3%. In regard to grabbing rebounds, they compiled 35 with 7 of them being on the offensive end. They also doled out 18 dimes in the game as well as forcing 15 turnovers and earning 8 steals. Regarding defending, Washington allowed the other team to go 41.9% from the floor on 26 out of 62 shooting. New York earned 4 dimes and had 7 steals for the matchup. On top of that, New York had 32 rebounds, 4 offensive, 28 defensive, and added 2 blocked shots. New York ended up shooting 90.0% from the free throw line by converting 9 of 10 tries. They also converted 8 out of their 26 attempts from three-point range. Washington comes into this game with a win-loss record of 17-11 this year. They turn it over 13.1 times per game, and as a team they are committing 16.0 fouls on a nightly basis. As a unit, Washington is grabbing 35.3 rebounds per game and has accounted for 564 dimes this year, which has them ranked 6th in the WNBA in terms of passing the rock. The Mystics are shooting 33.8% on shots from beyond the arc, 222 of 657, and 77.6% from the free throw line. They are averaging 79.5 points per outing, 9th in the WNBA, while connecting on 43.4% from the field. On defense, the Mystics have forced 14.6 turnovers per contest, while drawing 17.2 personal fouls. They are giving up 33.3% from beyond the arc, and they rank first in the league in PPG allowed, 75.0. The Mystics defensively are giving up a field goal percentage of 42.7%, 781 of 1,830, and they surrender 33.9 boards per contest as a basketball team. They rank second in the league in allowing assists with 510 relinquished for the season. Dallas has a mark of 12 to 15 for the year. The Wings have committed 19.5 fouls per contest, and they hit 77.9% from the free throw line. They are assisting teammates 18.6 times per game, 10th in the WNBA, and they lose possession by turning the ball over 13.0 times per contest. Dallas has totaled 2,218 PTS for the season, 82.1 per contest, and they grab 33.9 boards per game. In terms of offensive execution, the Wings are hitting on 42.7% from the field, which ranks 9th in basketball. The Wings on the defensive side of the court are 6th in basketball in points per game surrendered with 82.7. They are forcing 13.4 twos per game and have allowed teams to shoot 45.5% from the field, 10th in basketball. The Dallas defense concedes 32.6% on shots from behind the three-point line, 181 of 556, and their opponents are making 78.6% of their foul shots. They have surrendered 20.2 assists and 34.0 boards per contest, which rank 6th and 6th in the league. The Mystics are the better team and should have no issues beating the struggling Wings. We think the Mystics defense will trouble the Wings offense, which should help the Mystics win and cover the spread. Our best bet is the Mystics -2. Our total pick is under 162.